Good morning. This is the Florida State Watch Office Daily Situation Report for 18 January 2009. State Emergency Operations Center is currently at a level 3 or monitoring activation status. Nuclear power reactors at Turkey Point, St. Lucie, Crystal River, and Farley are all operating at 100% capacity. All major airports and seaports are reporting no major issues at this time.
For weather today, a cold front is moving into the southeastern United States this morning. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms along this boundary will progress eastward across the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend regions through the afternoon hours. A high-pressure center positioned over the Florida Peninsula this morning will quickly slide southward today ahead of this cold front. Southwesterly winds ahead of the front will allow for a brief warm-up today ahead of the next Arctic air mass that will plunge into Florida on Monday and Tuesday. High temperatures today will rise into the 60s in north and north-central Florida, with 70s forecast elsewhere. Increasing moisture levels ahead of this cold front will keep humidity values above critical values statewide today. However, expanding drought conditions throughout the Florida Peninsula will result in a continuing moderate wildfire danger. Strengthening onshore winds will create rough surf and a moderate to high risk of rip currents along the state's Panhandle and Big Bend beaches today. Small craft advisories have been posted for these coastal and offshore waters through tonight. A lingering easterly ocean swell will also result in a moderate risk of rip currents today for the east central Florida coast. Shower coverage along the cold front will begin to decrease this evening as this boundary moves into northeast and central Florida. Winds in the Panhandle will shift to a northwesterly direction behind this front, which will allow for colder weather to filter back into the region later tonight. Low temperatures are forecast to fall into the mid-30s by sunrise on Monday across interior sections of the Panhandle, with 40s expected for the rest of north and north-central Florida tonight. Lows in the peninsula will be much warmer tonight, with the front moving into these regions. Temperatures will only fall into the 50s tonight, with 60s forecast ahead of the front for southeast Florida and the Keys. As of Saturday, the statewide Keach-Byram Drought Index mean was 524 on a scale of 0 to 800. County KBDI averages across a majority of the Florida Peninsula remain near or above 600. A majority of the counties in the Panhandle have KBDI averages below 300. KBDI averages in North Florida should decrease slightly today as rainfall amounts of a quarter to half inch are possible along the cold front moving through the region. Only isolated showers are forecast in the peninsula tonight with this front. Another Arctic air mass will plunge into Florida beginning late Monday and persisting for much of this week. Dangerous fire weather conditions are again expected nearly statewide from Tuesday through Thursday as another very dry air mass settles into Florida. That's all for weather. With more cold temperatures expected in Florida, residents are again encouraged to use the 5 Ps of cold weather safety. Protect people, plants, pipes, pets, and practice fire safety. When outdoors, avoid being outside for extended periods of time. Wear multiple layers of clothing, stay dry, and drink plenty of fluids or eat high caloric foods. Indoors, be aware of the fire dangers with candles, fireplaces, and space heaters. Keep flammable materials away from these heat sources and make sure carbon monoxide and smoke detectors are installed and working properly. Do not use cooking appliances as an indoor heat source. Cover or bring indoors all sensitive plants and pets. If planning to leave a pet outside, make sure there is adequate shelter with blankets and plenty of food and water in plastic bowls. Do not place food or water in metal bowls. If a hard freeze warning is issued for your area, protect exposed pipes by covering with blankets and allow your indoor faucets to drip overnight. That's all we have for today. The State Watch Office will continue to monitor the cold weather affecting Florida, as well as the inauguration on January 20th in Washington, D.C. This has been the Florida State Watch Office Daily Situation Report for Sunday, January 18th, 2009. Have a safe day. For further information on how you can get a plan, please visit www.floridadisaster.org.
That's all we have for today. This has been the Florida State Watch Office Daily Situation Report for January 17th, 2009. For further information and to learn more about how to get a plan, please visit www.floridadisaster.org.